What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Talk podcast, Nerdy Talk for nerdy fans. I'm your host, Remington Keyes, and we have a guest on the show today. This is Martin Thomas from Double Toasted.
Hey everybody, how's it going, Remington?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to have you on my show. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I'd like to see the movie industry go towards more anime adaptations that are actually good, because I feel like they do really good animated movies, and I feel like if they treat them with respect, like they did with the comic book movies,
Hmm.
we could go a long way with it.
Well, when you say anime adaptations, what do you mean exactly? Like a live action adaptation of an
Like a
anime?
live action adaptation, like they did with Pokemon with Detective Pikachu, or
Hmm.
they did with Netflix did with Death Note.
I thought most people hated the adaptation of Death Note.
Did they?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was so different from the anime
Hmm.
that you could watch it as its own separate thing. You
I
know what
I
I
like
mean?
I like your explanation because personally, I question why people hunger for film adaptations of things. Because I was like, if you enjoy it in the form it's in, like the way everybody wants a good video game movie, but the video games themselves have gotten so cinematic that a movie adaptation just seems superfluous. Like,
Well, I think it's because people want to. They love the property so much they'd like to enjoy it again, but still make it feel new.
hmm,
Like almost seeing reading Civil War in the comic form, but you go, man, this would look good with this effect, and this would look good with that actor, and I can just hear, and you want to just hear it rip right off the page, you know?
I don't know. I guess I'm different. Okay,
Like,
me reading it, I was like, this is good right here.
to me, I can feel Dragon Ball Z being such a cinematic experience. It's got the drama, it's got the writing is good, the characters are relatable. I
Yeah,
don't, but it's gonna take somebody who's a fit who wants to take it seriously enough. Almost like somebody, it's almost like people who make the Batman movies. You gotta find somebody like a Christopher Nolan. Because I feel like Detective Pikachu was the Pokemon movie I had always wanted to see as a kid.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and I'd like to see I'd like to see that be the next generation after comic book movies and go more towards that
yeah.
for filmmaking. And how important do you feel diversity is in like TV and movies and comic books?
I feel like we kind of covered that. It's yeah, it's it's one thing it's really good for is Halloween.
Yep.
So when it comes to dressing up as your favorite superhero, you don't have to be like, I'm going as the Black Johnny Storm
Yeah.
or the Asian Miss Marvel or what I mean Captain Marvel or whatever. It's there's enough going around that you can already pick a hero that is similar to you, or and when you watch the adventures of whatever fictional character, if they share those similarities to you, it's easier for you to get into it. It's I always thought it was interesting that my kids grew up watching the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited cartoons that were on.
All those are great.
So when the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern came on, they were like, "The hell is this? He's supposed to be black." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. John Stewart's the only Green Lantern you guys know." Oh, that's fascinating. I
or,
thought
or
that's really cool.
or like how Kid Flash was so popular as a black guy on the
Hmm.
TV show that they had to change the comics to
Yeah.
make him a black guy.
Uh, I can't. I think it was the other way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they changed it because of the TV show.
No, 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 no. I think that the Black Wally was already in the comics first, but it
Oh,
hadn't been for long though. Not for long.
and that's another thing I want to bring up. What is going on with DC? DC's got some of the best black superheroes, and they have not done any any movement on that. We keep hearing that they want to move on all these characters that nobody cares about. Where's our Static movie? Where's I'm so sick of hearing about Superman. Where's what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. He's the milestone Superman.
Oh, Icon.
Icon. I'm like, let's make Icon and Rocket. I think people would love to see that instead.
I think they are actually working on a Static, either movie or TV series for HBO Max.
I've been hearing about them working on a Static movie for like 20 years, man. It can't be that hard where there's so many good fan films that come out every year about Static that they can make those.
Are there?
Oh yeah, there are some
Huh.
really great ones.
Huh.
They're getting billions of views.
Yeah, huh.
On YouTube.
I did not know about any of that.
Yeah, there's a black filmmaker, and who he actually got an award for making he's making milestone fan films.
Oh, okay.
And putting them into like limited release theaters, just like in film festivals and stuff. And
that's a really good use for fan films.
Oh yeah.
Like I know there's some controversy going on with this new Spider-Man fan film, Lotus, I think it's called. Part of it is, wow, it looks so great, and others is, oh, the guys in it had some racist or ableist tweets or voicemail messages back in the day. But the thing I thought was, looking at what they've shown, I was like, man, this looks so good, but there's already high budget Spider-Man movies being made. So yeah. I don't really get the point of this, other than to go like, hey, other than to set up and go like, hey, look at what we did, how cool it was. Now hire us to do other things. For that reason, I get it. But doing fan films of characters like Static that people want to see that haven't been on the radar announced, that really has like that has a purpose. That's all. That's great to hear about this. I can't wait to look that up later.
I can even send you a link to a couple of really good ones.
Please do.
And like, you'll blow your mind and be like, how is this not on the big screen? Because Static would be $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
Static would automatically be $1 billion movie because everybody, I mean, not just everybody grew up on the cartoon, everybody grew up on the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he joined the Teen Titans in the comics, I feel like the Teen Titan comics, every one of my friends had one.
No, Static was Miles Morales decades before Miles Morales.
Yeah.
If DC were to make the movie, they could scoop the MCU basically on that character.
Oh, easily. They could. I always told my brother, if I were to start a DC cinematic universe, I would start with Static and the Big Bang and have the Big Bang be the explanation of why there's metahumans in the DC universe.
Oh yeah.
That could be their big, have Batman investigate it. That could be the beginning of the Justice League movie. Have Batman investigate it. Have it be part of some Lex Luthor oil spill or something, or gas or whatever. And you can make that your Justice League movie right there.
Man, see, if you hadn't let those professors discourage you 11 years, that you had 11 years, you could have had all this going. You could have been a producer with some of this stuff in the works.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean? What don't you know?
I don't think Warner Brothers would hire someone like me. I don't know.
Now, see, we just talked about this. You went to college at 15. Serious right now?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I always loved DC comics, and there's like, I don't know. There's a million things that I feel like that's right in their face that they could be doing, and like they just dropped the ball, like Titans. You've seen Titans?
Titans. I watched the first couple episodes.
It's got everything going for it, and it ruins it's like somebody handed you a coloring book and you're like, I'm gonna draw literally outside the line the whole time. You know, it's like it's right there. We couldn't have. We're giving you the Hello Fresh box, and you're doing something else with it. I don't know.
Oh, funny.
It's one of those shows I watch just to hate on because it's like
Mm,
I want to rip my hair out.
yeah, yeah. I know that feeling. I just bailed on it. It's
Oh,
like, I mean, you could call this Titans or Teen Titans if you want to, but I'm not sticking around for it anymore.
oh man, and I can tell you, I'm one of my uncle was the biggest comic book fan you ever seen. I wish I had the time to show you. So he has my grandfather's comic collection, their comic collection. He collected all the way until 2009 when he died, and it's all their comic book collections from DC and Marvel, from my grandfather's generation to their generation, all in one library. I grew up on all that like
Yeah,
old school stuff. You know,
yeah. Sitting on top of a gold mine.
I know. That's how I got to meet Stan Lee. Is one of his final appearances. I met him at Comic-Con. You know,
Yeah,
I got him to
that's
sign
cool.
some of his original stuff, and he's looking at this. He's going, how do you have this? This is from years ago. You know? So
Yeah.
I love doing the Comic-Con circuits and stuff. Everyone said I was making a joke the other day on a podcast. The guy goes, "When's the last time we went to a Comic-Con as a fan instead of working one?" Because we do panels and selling stuff,
uh,
and I don't know if you guys do. You guys do that? Get to do the Comic-Con
we went to
circuit?
Comic-Con a couple years. Well, back when I was working in comics, I used to go every year and then took a break and then with Double Toasted. Well, back when it was Spill, we went a couple of years. And then I went one more year after that, and it was me going purely as a fan, not working at any tables, just going just to look around and meet up with friends and go to after parties. And as a fan going, I don't know. I don't know if it was a weird year or if I had gone. I just felt like I'd gone too many times because I was like, well, I guess I'm kind of over it. Even with the panels, so often with panels I'd want to go to, they would just be so packed. The line would be so long. And some of the panels that were underattended, I would go and I'd watch everybody talk about things. But when it was all said and done, I was like, I don't know what I really got out of that. It was, it was fun to see the actual people involved, actors involved in whatever show or creators. But at the end, joking around, and everybody had a good time, and then it was kind of over. And I was like, A lot of these panels you can watch online.
I love hosting panels. That's one of my best things is seeing everybody mistake me for Doug Walker, and they go, "Wait, we thought Doug Walker was coming here," and I'm going, "No, it's just me," because he had a YouTube channel called the League of Super Critics, and my panels are always called the League of Reviewers.
Oh, okay.
They're always thinking, "Oh, Doug Walker must do this one," and I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
right. The League of Super Critics. I like that.
Yeah, I love doing those panels and stuff. I love getting people together and just talking movies and all that. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
things to do.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, I guess I've gotten you for almost an hour here, so I'll let you go.
All right.
Thank you for joining the podcast.
Sure.
Do you have any social media you want to promote or anything you want to promote?
Man, I mean, just check me out on Double Toasted. I'm there 3 nights a week, but the shows are or 5, sometimes 6 nights a week. Also, I'm doing this separate show you can catch on YouTube called Crossover Event. Episodes run about 20, 30 minutes. We release them on Tuesday. Oh, matter of fact, the new episode will be dropping today. Oh, I think it has already. I'm supposed to be posting that now to let everybody know it's up. Um, but yeah, and that's a lot. That's more comic book centric. But yeah, it's it's just kind of a quick bite show. The same pop culture stuff that everybody does, but yeah, it's courtesy of Screen Fanatic. So yeah, look for a crossover event, and those are the main things.
Well, thank you for joining us on the show, and we'll hope to have you on again sometime soon.
Sure, you bet, Remington. It was fun.
Thank you.